please give your attendance in the chat box and I'll explain you what. Fine, we'll go ahead, and in this function, I'm just going to specify the name of the file. I'm just going to specify the name of the file. Okay, this is the second way of importing your data. The third way is if I want to mention, I'm not mentioning the file encoding. I'll just copy this again. I'll copy this whole thing. Press, and instead of this, I'll put 2, and I'm not going to pass this parameter. Fine. So there are basically there are three ways of doing it, which I've shown you here. Now there is a difference between all the three. Okay, there is a difference between all the three here. Okay. Now let us first of all run this. Let me see whether it is working. So I'll press Control Enter. It works here, runs here, one more. Okay. So I have created 3 data frames. Okay. And now what I'll do is I'll just show you the structure of each of them. I'll just show you the structure of each of them. So to see the structure, I have to use str, the function. Okay. df dot. Let us first look at raw 1. Okay. Let us first look at raw 1. Okay, that's it. Now, if you look at this data here, if you look at this output, you'll find that irrespective of what values I have here, each of them is considered as a factor. Each of the values here are considered to be a factor. Okay. Now look at the other one. Now, my requirement is different. I want the last column which we had some numbers in for, I think, 2015 year. Okay, there were some numerical values. Those numerical values should be treated as numbers and not as factors. Okay, it should be treated as numbers, numeric values, and not as factors. So I need to change that. Okay, so if I use the second method, and as you know, the second method is very much popular among everyone, because they'll feel that I have to just pass on the name of the file and import the data. My work is done. That's not the case. Okay, the way the data is imported is also important. Let us use and check what happens with the other data set. So I have this raw 2 with me. So I'll run this one. Okay, there is a bit of change out here, and here you can see I have all the column names. Some few are factors. We have 2 logical values here, logi you can see, and we have one, the last one is numeric value. So my purpose of getting the last one, the last column as numeric, can be fulfilled by this particular data set. Okay. Now, in some cases, especially when we are using CSV files, or might be your database file is from different format, or from some different data base. Okay, in that case, while reading the name of the columns, sometimes you get some garbage value here. Okay, sometimes you might get some garbage. It happens only with the first column, and it happens only with the first column. Okay, so this second, that is your df.raw2, will be okay with me right now because everything looks similar to me. Okay, the name of the column is also good. No garbage value. The values are there. Some few factors are there, and the last one is numerical. Let us use the last one as well, the first one which we created, df.raw, where we have mentioned the file encoding as well. Okay, so we'll use this one and now run this one. Okay, now this looks similar to the one which we got here. But as I said, if you do not mention the file encoding, sometimes the first character which it reads from the file might contain some garbage value. Okay, so that means which is my best method or best function which I should use while importing the data is on line number 3, this one. Okay, so you should mention the file encoding, plus you should also mention your na.strings. Okay, so that na.strings are important so that it can handle the na values properly. It can handle the na values properly. Clear? Fine. Now you will understand if you want. If you want, you can read about this file encoding. There are different ways of encoding your raw data. Now, what this file encoding actually does, it allows your your R package or your R programming, you can say, to read the characters as correctly as they would appear on the raw data set. Okay, so while reading, it takes care of reading the character as it is. And there's the reason your file encoding is important when you are reading from various types of data sets. Clear? So this completes my first step. Okay, so I'll be using which file I'll be using here? The data frame df.raw. Okay, that is what I'll be using. Let's come to the next step. So step number 2. Okay, what is step number 2? Cleaning. Okay, cleaning your data set. Okay, now there are some packages, let us say cleaning and processing. So we'll combine it together right now, even though, actually speaking, it is the third, processing is the third step. Now for this, I'll require some packages. Okay, and that's the reason why I told you to install which package? Your tidyverse. Okay, so if those who have not done it can directly do install. Okay, packages into bracket, in double quotes, you can put the name of the package. So the name of the package is tidyverse. Okay, if you want, you can also come here, click on install, click here, give the name tidyverse, this one. Okay, we also have one package called tidyr, this one. Okay, so some might be, if there are some functions which are not supported by tidyverse, we need to install this package as well. Okay, so we'll look, if whenever we require, we'll install this one. Clear? So you can do it from here as well if you want. Okay, once you install this, include this in your program. So for that, I'll use library into round brackets, give the name of the package. So tidyverse. Okay, I'll just press Control Enter. I hope it, because I've already installed it, it should include this. Now, as I said, tidyverse is a heavy package. It might take some time to install. Okay, like now just to include it in your file, it took some time. Fine. So we have included this. Now we want to do some few things to clean the data set. Okay, we have to make sure that each row in the data set, okay, corresponds to only one country. Okay, so for this, I'm going to make use of a function called spread. Okay, there's a function called spread, which will help me, group it together. Secondly, we will have to make sure that only some useful columns and rows are kept. Okay, I don't want the columns or the rows, especially the rows and the columns also. We have two columns which has NA values. Okay, so what's the use of having those NA values in my data frame? So I need to remove those as well. Okay, so I'll be removing some rows and columns, and I'll be doing some data subsetting. Okay, and finally, I want to rename the columns as well. So there are some columns which I want to rename by some meaningful names. Okay, so we'll do all that. Fine. So there are many things to be done in this particular step. for cleaning and processing the data set. So when we come next, we'll begin from here. Till then, what you can do is just install some packages. I've already given you 2 names. There's one more package which I want you all to install. And let me check here. Search okay, M-A-G. This is the first one, this one. M-A-G-R-I-T-T-R. Now, this is one package which I want you to install. Okay, so we have one package called Tidyverse, the other package called M-A-G-R-I-T-T-R. Okay. Now, this package we will be requiring so that we can make use of the forward pipe operator, okay, or infix operator. It is also known as your infix operator. It is given like this. I'll just show it to you here. It is like a person sign, greater than sign, and this. Now, this is an infix, you can say operator, or it is also known as your forward pipe operator. Okay, and this is available under this particular package. And because I need to use it, I have to install this package as well. Okay, so see that you install this package, the Tidyverse package, this the second package, which, and by default, if ggplot2 is installed, good. Otherwise, install that as well. Okay, and there's one more. The fourth package which you need to install is for your plotting. That is your for correlation plot or CORR plot you have to install. So please install all this so that when we come next, I hope I'll be able to cover the full example in that particular session. Okay, so that's all for today. I want you all to give the attendance in the chat box. And please practice this out. Practice all the graphs and so on, whatever visualization which we did. Please do that. Okay. And you can give your attendance in the chat box. There are some around five students. I want 5 messages. I hope, okay, 5th one is Sushant. Fine. Okay, so that's all for today.